In Ephesians 2:8 verses 9, it tells us that, for it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is a gift of God. It is not earned. It's not something you can go out and make a difference, go feed more homeless people, feed more of the poor, put money in people's meters. It has nothing to do with that. Those are good things, but those are not the God things where God gave us grace. He gave us grace to be able to do those things, but his grace was a free gift to us. And the difficulty is, I was sharing that my dad was a veteran and my mom was an army brat. And my parents were always doing something. They work really hard. We get our annual vacation, then they'd work really hard. And I looked at a lot of my neighbors. I was thinking about it over the last week. My daughter was up here last week and spent time with us, and she had given me this book, and it was like, what do you remember about your childhood and everything and all that? And I was like, oh, I just want to type this out. She goes, no, Dad, I want you to write in the book. And I began to write some of those things in the book. And what I realized was a lot of people in that day and age were always trying to move to the next place. I'm not minimizing or denigrating the idea of keeping up with the Joneses, but there was something about that. And so it meant that people worked really, 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 really hard. And I came into that. But the problem with that is when you fail in an area, the whole apple cart seems to shift. And so while there is a place of rest in the realities of vacation and things, there's a rest that is available on a daily basis. I used to tell my kids, if you learn nothing else from me, I hope you learn to take a vacation every day. And they go, what do you mean by that? You need to find that special place every day, because if you don't have that special place every day, life will become a drone. Life will begin to drag you down in things. So I want people to understand that if I've learned anything about this whole grace thing, it's that I don't have to strive. I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to carry burdens that were never that God never asked me to carry. You know, I talk about codependency in the church is because we got, there's this mentality in so much of the church that we have to do. And the problem is we lose out on everything around us. And so God didn't ask us to bear a lot of the things that the church tries to get us to bear. And I'm talking the church at large. Grace is not a transaction, it's a gift.